Let's tilt you guys up a little bit. Good morning, everybody. This is Becky here at Aunt Beck's Creations. And I see Mary is not on, so I thought I would come on and kind of fill in and hope that she's staying warm under her covers. I saw where she posted it was minus 24 with her. So I thought I would come on and we would just do a pick 10, a morning kind of pick 10. This is my pick 10 journal that I made with Lisa. And I'll do a flip through on this really quick. I don't know who else comes on Tuesday morning. And I hope Mary doesn't mind me popping on. But I felt like a lot of people are kind of stuck in it. And maybe I would come on for just a little while, long enough to do a pick 10. And I am working in my new area. And it is fun. But this is the pick 10 journal that I made with Lisa. And hi, Barbara Moore. Welcome. And what we had done with this pick 10 is she said to attach some things to your substrate. And so I had one of these craft kind of notebooks that I got on clearance at Michael's when I still worked there. And I just covered it, and then we did a pick 10 with Lisa, and this was the end result. This is my pick 10 journal. And I'll just show you the ones I've done so far. And I put the prompts on the back and the date. This was started in 2019. Oh, there's that orange cat that Scott was talking about. Go on. Don't be spraying my car. Go on. I don't know who he belongs to. Anyway, sidetrack. Squirrel. Actually, it's cat. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Hi. Yes, Peg, are you and Shell coming on this morning today? I know you guys do like a Tuesday or a Thursday. I can't remember which. And I saw Gina was taking a break because of the ice. So we'll just, this was a game I played with Mary here. This one was fun. Let's see. This one was done on my channel. And this one was done, oh, this one I got upside down, Aunt Beck's Creations. So we did that on my channel. And you'll notice there's a border around each of these. I'm going to tape it off. And then I put the clear coat on. And you can tell on this one, it's not a pretty white border. And that's because the sprays I use reactivated when I put my clear coat on. So sometimes if you've used something like a spray, go ahead and leave your tape on, put your clear coat on, and then pull your tape so that you'll get a nice, pretty borders like that. I just like it. When I'm doing a journal page, I like to put the border around it. Let's see. This one was done. I don't know who I did that one with. And then these were things I want to put in here. This was done with Beth, I think. I didn't write it on the back that time. Or was that one done? I don't know. These need to be put in here, basically. Those were the Pick a Picasso. So then I've just got sheets I've cut that'll fit in this notebook. And I wanted to, like, Lisa was doing them like once a week. And I thought, oh, I've got the whole journal. Now I can, like, do pages. And then we didn't do any more. So I'm going to get a craft mat and tape this down. I say that. Here we go. I figure if I tape it to a craft mat, then I can turn it around if I need to. Yes, you could use a black border if you wanted to. And sometimes I do that. Before I pull my tape, I put a black border around as well, and that really makes it pop too. I just like the way the white border looks. And since I've started most of my pages like that, the key to using your painter's tape is don't put it right away onto your paper. Put it on your shirt or your forearm. That's what I do, is I just put it on my forearm to get some of the sticky loose. And then I just eyeball it. And I go around all the edges. Good morning. Everybody's here. Hi, Mitzi and Nancy. Yeah, I just was looking for Mary because I'm kind of bored today. I did all my housework yesterday like I try to do. I try to do it on Monday so that every bit of the trash that needs to go is in the bin, because we have trash pickup on Tuesday and I want it to all go. All the trash needs to be in the can. And while I was redoing my space, I found all these different prompt cards. So we might just mix up the prompt cards and we'll just do a pick 10. Hi, Gertie. And then that's all we're going to do is a pick 10 this morning. I don't want to stay on too long because I know there's others that do lives on Tuesday, but I thought I'd come on early. I was going to play with Mary, but she's not on. And I don't blame her because, man, mine is 24. No thanks. So here's all the different prompt cards I got. These are the ones that we did together. And I put an old Russell Stover's candy box that holds that deck. So I'm going to shuffle these up. We're going to use all these decks. And we'll just pull one from each one as we go across. And I'm going to write the prompts on my drop paper. So I'm just going to line these up. So there's a deck, and then there's the kitty cat deck that I made. And you guys, you know, you don't have to have what you need to do is if you want to make your own prompt cards to get yourself going, go through your own supplies. Because if you use somebody else's prompts or you might not have something they do, but if you make your own cards using a list of things that you have yourself, then you'll have all of the prompts. These were fun to make. This deck was fun. I watercolored the back and then splattered with watercolor in different colors. Like put a watercolor down and then let it dry, and then you can sprinkle other colors of watercolor on it. It just leads to a really cool looking thing. So I haven't used some of these cards in a long time. So we're just going to line these different decks up. These were the ones that were done during that contest I had years ago. So some of y'all made some of these. These weren't all mine. And what I did is, I think you all sent me 2 each. And then what I did is I gave away a deck. And what I did is I made sure the person that received the deck got all of the prompts. But then I also got all of the prompts because I made a deck of the opposite cards. Like, let me see. That's one somebody else made. I took like one of their 2 prompts and made a card to replace it, and vice versa. So we both got 2 complete decks. I don't know if that makes sense or not. All right. We're going to do 10. Pick 10. So I don't know if anybody wants to play along, but the first prompt is add lines. So I'm going to write that down so I can put it on the back of my paper when I'm done. Add lines. You can add lines any way you want to. We're doing a pick 10. And I'm going to just use different size Sharpies. I say that and then I can't seem to find different sizes. We're just going to do a pick 10 journal page. Prompt 1 is add lines. I don't know if this one's going to write or not because it looks pretty dry. It goes back to the use your supplies before you lose them, because I've got so much stuff that I need to use what I have and not buy anything new until I've used up what I have, because I'm going to lose it all. Markers dry up, paints dry up, or get weird clumpy bits in them. I'm adding a lot of lines because I want some to still be visible after 10 prompts. Do you have to do straight lines? No, you could do curved lines, anything you want, just as long as they're lines. Okay. All right, Peg, enjoy your coffee. I've already shooed Scott out the door and had too many cups of coffee, so I needed to burn some energy. That's why I'm on here. And I worked hard yesterday, so I deserve a play day today. My stepdad has put a request in for us to look for a recliner at the thrift store. I'm thinking us kids need to just team together and buy him a recliner. That's something I could put some money toward, since I can't go up there to help right now because I haven't had that virus, and it's all in that house up there, so I don't dare go. And he was told he can't take the shot because there's too many other health concerns. So I don't know. It's a mess. Still a mess. All right. I'm going to pick the next prompt. I work these pretty quickly. Yeah, a lot of Texas, Oregon. Texas is getting a ton of snow, and I think Oregon's getting ice. I know our Danny Coleman has lost a bunch of trees in her yard. So y'all keep her in your thoughts. And I saw that Gina has posted some really icy looking pictures too. So keep everybody in the ice and snow areas. I mean, all I've been getting is cooler temperatures and plenty of rain. So I'm fine. It's been cold, but this morning it's in the 50s. So I'm not going to complain. All right, so we used a square card. Let's use a kitty cat card. And the kitty cat card, I made this stamp. Add something that makes you smile. These 4 decks are all very different. So add something that makes you smile. All right. Well, you all know I love cats, so I'm going to add some cats here. I have rubber stamps of cats. Let's see here. What do we want to do? Oh, I know what I'll do if I can find it. I have, oh golly, it's not in here. Well, there's that one. But I have another one that I think may have gotten put in the wrong box. Let me look here. Let's see. It can be anything. If there's a color that makes you smile, go ahead and use it. What's not in here? That's all words. I don't know where it is. I'm going to use this rubber stamp here. I'm going to use some Stays On ink so that I don't smear it everywhere. I know, and Vicki said they had rolling blackouts. where she is in Texas. So that every once in a while the power would just go totally out for 15 minutes. Make it look like the cat walked across the table. I think it's time to re-ink the ink pad. And make some of them look like they go off the edge. And of course the cat's not going to walk across it just in one direction. So of course we've got to put some paw prints in some different directions here. I was ready to skin my little Tippy alive this morning. He wanted me up at 4 and I was like, I don't want to get up this early. And then my phone messed up when the alarm did go off. And I tried to turn it off and I had a black screen. The second prompt is add something that makes you smile. That's the prompt that was on the card. And since I'm pulling from several different decks, we're going to get some unusual prompts. All right, that looks like the cat's helped me. That makes me smile. Put this back in here. I have another little stamp of some paw prints that are smaller, but I don't know where it is right now. Oh, here it is. It was in the ink drawer. We'll add some of those too. Y'all, my sister got her new puppy. He's half Great Dane, half blue tick, or she is. And they got this dog crate that's as big as my cutting table. That dog's going to be huge. And I hope they realize it. With it being blue tick hound, it's probably going to bark like crazy too. It'll alert on everything when she gets a little older. All right, that's cool. All right, that makes me smile. It's going to be a huge dog. As a puppy, she would probably fit in my brown paper area here on the bed. God, I'm not awake. On the cutting table. Glad I brought some water in here. Cool. All right, number 3. We're going to pull from the next deck here. Draw arrows. Number 3, draw arrows. Now, if you don't want to draw them, you could, if you've got a stencil of arrows, you could do that, or you could stamp them if you've got it. But I'm just going to draw because that's what it's got on there. I'm going to draw them with a different, add some color to this. I'm just going to draw arrows. There we go. I drew some arrows. All right, I'm going to pull from this one. This one says, designs by MJM Facebook, Mimi's Musings, YouTube, Marianne's Creative Mix blog. That's who made this card. And it says, frame with washi tape. Frame with washi tape. All right. And as Dee Dee says, use glue so it'll stay. This is a Scotch gluey globber here. We'll line that up here. Oh, don't tell me I'm not going to be able to find it now. I've got some stuff, some tape that said it was a glitter tape. I cannot get the backing off from it. Whoops. I want this to go this way. Okay. I want to thank everybody that's popped into the video on my redo. And I'm so happy to see some folks I hadn't seen in a while making comments, like Kathy D and Lottie Faith and Karen, JB Lady. I hadn't heard from them in a long time. So was so tickled to see their names pop up in comments. So you guys, if you think that your videos don't matter or that you won't be missed or anything, that is so untrue. I worry about y'all when I don't see you make a video in a long time or you're not commenting on my videos. I miss y'all. And I know we all do. I mean, we get busy and everything. But you guys, you do make an impact on people, and never doubt that. You should never doubt that. So remember that when you're starting to feel doubtful, remember Becky said that I'll be missed, and you will. I have to remind myself of that a lot. All right, there's my border with washi tape. Put it back in my jar. Put this back. Trying to put it back as I go so I don't make a mess of my pretty room. Oh, I did finally get Eva Irene's and Janet's envelopes off. I'm sorry, you guys. It kind of got lost in the shuffle here. So I've got some new names. Hi, Dana Yates. All right. Number 5. We're going to go back to the square cards. And it says stencils. So pull out your stencils. Stencils. We're going to stencil something. This will give us a chance to get some color on here. Because right now, there's not a lick of color on here. All right. Now, Becky, what did you do with your sponges? Oh, there they are. And I didn't fill my water jug, so I'll have to deal with that here in a minute. So I think I'm going to bring in some more of the kind of turquoisey color. like these little squares. Since the lines create squares in the background, I'm going to keep that going. And I might get 2 of these. I'm going to use bluegrass green and Bahama blue. It is nice to have everything like right around me. So all my tools are to the right for the most part. Things like my die cutter and stuff, they're on the other side of the room, but most everything's close. I do have some suggestions about organizing your space for more efficiency and better use, if you guys would like to hear it. But you need to set your area up in triangle form. Scott says workspace triangles or something like that. And what you need to do is define 2 work areas and then put the tools in the middle. So like I've got my cutting table here, I got my sewing machine behind me, and then on the tables in between are my tools. And I've got another sewing machine that does nothing but buttonholes, since it doesn't go in reverse on it with the knob anymore, and my serger. So, and then anything that's large or you're only going to pull out to get 1 or 2 items, put them off on the other side of the room. So like I've got my workplace U, and then across to my left, I can see everything I've got. Got my bins of like lace and trim and stuff like that. And some of my glues and tools are over that way, but they're where I can easily get into them. You don't want to make things hard on yourself. So keep in mind how, and think about, how do you work? Because everybody works differently. So my lineup might not work as well for you, but come up with your own lineup in your mind. How does your mind work? Make some notes, write down, this is how I feel like I work best. And then take some time and organize your supplies. Like I put those dies all in that case. And I think Karen Brake left me a comment saying that she's got several of those cases. You know, the little photo organizing cases. They do come in handy, because then you can break things down and have like a bin that's just for hearts and a bin that's just for circles and that kind of thing. And it really does make your crafting sessions go so much smoother if you do take the time to organize things. All right, I'm going to call that good enough. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to throw this in water because I didn't bring it in here. What would be an ideal craft room would be to have a sink in the room with you. That would be awesome. Anyway, I'm going to move on to prompt 6. We don't have too many more to go. And this is a cat card. So let's pull a cat card. Ooh, it's add a face. Add a face. Well, let me see what I've got over here. I've got my, oh, that's my Christmas card project. I need to do my Christmas card project album. I need a face. I'm going to pull these out of the way. And certainly we can find a face in here to glue down. This is Fussy Cuts. It's not a whole face. That's a face. And there's a face. She's beautiful. I'm just pulling out several faces, and we'll see which one I decide on here. All right, it's going to be one of these. This has got some red on it. She looks so stern, doesn't she? She just about fits in the page. I might just bring her down here and trim some off the bottom. Yeah, I think I'm going to use her. We'll trim some off her bottom. That's right, just have fun. And the thing about your drawings and things like that, also think about it. You're training your muscles to have their muscle memory too. And when we're training them, they don't know anything, the muscles, except what they've already learned. All right, let's see. Glue stick is probably the best thing to use, isn't it? Let's see here. I'm going to fold this over so I have somewhere to, so I don't end up with glue everywhere. So this was add face. I forgot to put this, add a face. I forgot to add it. Add a face. Tuesday mornings, guys, remind me. I can't keep up with the schedule. I need to write it all down. And then I could find little holes where I could jump in. See, I like to watch Janet Nash on Monday mornings. I put Janet on and then I do my housework and I listen in and come in and comment when I want to make a comment. But I mostly just have Janet on to entertain me and keep me company while I'm cleaning. Sometimes I'll have you on the phone and I'll just take you with me from room to room. And sometimes I'm here in the front room sorting, folding laundry and that kind of stuff. This was out of some kind of National Geographic. That's what it says on the bottom. All right. See if you guys said anything. Yes. Everybody join Janet on Monday mornings. She comes on at 9 a.m. Eastern time for me, which is perfect. I've actually gotten a good bit of the laundry over and ready to fold and dishes done and that kind of thing, so I can be in the front room. Now, if that comes up a little bit, I'll just put some more glue on it. Oh, let's run that down. I don't want to waste any of the extreme glue. Man, that stuff's getting kind of pricey and hard to find. Hi, Kimberly 557. And Amina. Yeah, I popped on to do a quick pick 10 since our Mary is trying to stay warm at minus 24 degrees in Nebraska. Oh, see, she's not sticking right here. I'm kind of hoping I haven't overlapped the tape any. Guess we'll find out. All right, so I've added my face. And it's not wanting to stick right. The little pieces, I'm always afraid of ripping them off. Maybe the paint wasn't dry. Is this down now? Anywhere else? I think I'm good now. Cheryl's singing the Fussy Cut song. All right, I'm going to pick prompt 7. Draw a sunflower. Draw a sunflower. Let's see. I think what I'm going to do is, how do I want to do? Draw a sunflower. Well, I'm going to write that down here as prompt. Draw a sunflower. I think what I will do is I'm going to set her aside, and I'm going to get another piece of paper and draw a sunflower and color it in, and then we'll attach it to the picture. So I'll set this over here. Scott's table came in, so I might be able to work and do my lives on the big green desk here shortly and take over this whole room. But we'll see. I'm going to set him up in the den, I think, for right now. I'll pick this stuff back up off the floor. I don't have a place for my fussy cut thing, so I have to just set it behind the table. All right, another piece of paper. And I want it to be something thin. I've got this copier paper. Let me see if I can get it out here. It's really thin. It's the stuff I was using to print on. I gotta move this stuff to get a sheet out. There we go. So I'm going to draw a sunflower. Maybe I'll draw it so I can put it in her hat. Sorry if I'm making you jiggle. I don't really need all of this paper. I'm just going to cut a piece off. All right, let me save this to print on. And I don't mind that this is kind of messed up on one end. So let's draw a sunflower. Got a pencil here. Hi, Howard. Well, I'm just going to do kind of a wiggly inside. I'm doing it in pencil, and then I'll go color it and go over it with marker. All right, good enough. I'm going to use the super tips if I can find them. I think that's what these are, Crayola super tips. All right. Is Journey here? Hi, Journey. And Roy was here. Hi, Roy. We call those must-go days. Either we must eat it or it must go in the trash. And I try to do those on Monday too, so that any old food can be in the trash for the trash crew. I'm not worried about staying in the lines because I'll redefine all of that in just a minute. I'm just trying to do a quick sunflower to add to my lady's hat. It's probably totally out of season, but hey, it's what the prompt called for. So we're going to go for it. And sometimes when I do must-goes, I make must-go soup and just make a soup out of it. Add some tomatoes and some stock of some sort and then some more vegetables, and we call it soup. I was thinking I might do these impromptus and just do one activity and just do shorter videos, and then that way I can slip in between folks and not overlap them. The only reason I'm on this early today is because Mary's not on. If Mary was on, I'd be watching Mary. But I don't blame her for wanting to hide under the covers. That's cold. Okay, now I'm going to put the yellow on to the tips. And cover the whole area. So I'm getting this yellow hue down in. Because I'm going to fussy cut this out. I need to go grocery shopping, but I don't really want to. Good news, the Food Lion has opened back up from where it is taking over the Bilos. So I actually have a Food Lion now right back down below me, probably less than 2 miles from the house. So now I don't have to go too far. Which is nice. Something fell on the floor. Well, oh, it was our frame with washi tape. I knocked it on the floor. Ooh. Sorry, Mary Ann. Knocked your card on the floor. But today I'll go around and make a list and see. I noticed I need to get trash bags. Okay. Let's see. We need to fill in the middle. I don't know if anybody would be up for like a sit and crochet session where we just sit and crochet together, or not. I was so worried about these Food Lions because the other ones we have nearby, they have such limited produce section, and we eat a lot of really fresh vegetables. I cook from scratch. I don't use packaged stuff. And the freezer sections have gotten smaller and smaller of regular, just, a bag of dried peas or, frozen peas or carrots and things like that. It's all stuff that's pre-made with sauces on it, and I don't like that. Scott really hates it. Oh, that's not what I thought it was. Hold up. I'm trying to find the thing. Here we go. Here comes the trash. Glad I went out at 5:30 and took it out. When Greg was little, he'd get so excited about the trash truck, and we lived on a dirt road, so the road scraper would come, and I'd hear, "Road scraper, Mommy, road scraper," and we'd have to go to the front window and watch the road scraper go by, scrape the road smooth again. I don't know if that's trash. No, that's the recycling guys. Oh, those 2 cardboard boxes. The Aldi's girl brought my groceries in. She didn't make me buy a bunch of bags. She got smart, and she didn't add to my cost. She used, the empty boxes like you do at Aldi's. So there was a couple of those out since I had the delivery, and that orange cat that's been coming through hit those. So that was not pleasant to take to the street this morning. All right, let's go ahead and cut it out. I have lost my little white fussy cut scissors. I have looked and looked and looked for them. I lost them in the move. I can't imagine how they're not here, but I can't find them for nothing. All right. I'm just going to fussy cut this. I got to get it closer to my nose to do that. Why did I give it so many petals? We had terrible thunder last night. Probably between 8 and 10, we had a really loud storm move through. And I think it was headed north of us. So North Carolina and Virginia. I guess I'll get myself a new pair of fussy cut scissors. And that's when they'll turn up. That's when I'll find them. I've been trying to stay at home most of the time. I'm just going to glue this down. And then at the end, you guys, what I do after the end of a Pick 10 or Dirty Dozen, I generally don't stop just there. I'll go in and doodle stuff. Oh, Janet, I bet that was special. The road scraper man would stop and wave at Greg, and he'd just get so excited. That was the highlight of his week when the road scraper came through to smooth out the dirt road. And what's sad is we lived in the city, the same city, that only a few blocks from here, but it was like a little short dirt road that we lived on. We drove by our old house, and we lived there the first 11 years of our marriage within the same neighborhood, and saw all the things I planted when I lived there and how big they've gotten. And the lady that bought the house from us, she took down the big shade tree I'd planted out front. She took that one down, but some of the other bushes are still there. I'll bring my page back over and we'll glue this on here in just a second. I'm not a fast, fussy cutter, you guys. Some folks say they sit and cut and cut and cut in front of the TV. Watching a show, I might get 4 or 5 things cut out because I get too involved in the show. I can't chew gum. I can't cut things out and watch something. Scott and I just watched The Queen's Gambit on Netflix, which it was really good. If you haven't seen it and you have Netflix, I would recommend it. We enjoyed it thoroughly. I've got a couple other packages I need to finish putting together and get out in the mail, so they're out of here. Out of here. Some are way past due. All right. There's my sunflower. Put the scissors back so you don't lose another pair. And I'll put these in the bin. I know I could probably stamp something on that, but I'm being bad throwing it in the bin. All right. I'm going to put this on her hair like that, just like that. Maybe like that, so the sun up. Yeah. All right. Glue, glue, glue. Oh, you're going to make some brownies? I don't know how those guys can ride on the back of the truck like that with it going that fast. I'd fall off. My arms aren't strong enough to hold on to the back of that truck like that. I always worry about them getting thrown off as they're going around a curve. But then they're young. They don't know no better, right? I found the book, the glue book that I won from Caged Fish. Let me do like that. I need to work in it and fill it up. And then Dawn at Let's Get Make a Mess, she sent me one. So I found 2 glue books that I need to go ahead and glue. I've got all them fussy cuts. I need to sit and do that. I'm not good at glue booking at all. This is just a paper towel. Hi, sunflower. Oh, happy birthday to your daughter. That's awesome. All right. This is prompt 8. Prompt 8. We're going to pull it from this pile. And this one came from Lottie Faith. Add a little mouse to your project. I told you this was going to get weird. I'll write all these on the back of this page when I'm done. And the good part is I have little mice in my die cut box because I have a little die that cuts. This is where being organized comes in handy. I have a bag of mice. So I think I'll just get my, oh, that's not sticking, stick. We'll have to add some more glue to those too. I need to get refills for these things too. I'm gonna put some little black mice on here. I'm gonna put more than one because they're tiny. Not the white ones. I want the little black mice out of here. Let's put 3. 3 is a good number. I'll put the white ones back in here. All right, now I can put this back in here. I do have a few odds and ends. It would be nice if I could find another little silver bookcase, like my die cuts and my fussy cuts and that kind of thing. Stick these down in there. But, well, you can go that way if you want to. This just makes these into a sticker, which is really nice. Xyron X. I'll look at the chat here in just a sec. Okay. Front end loader works best for you, Barbara. Oh, what a beautiful little finch. He's yellow. It's that time of year where we get a lot of birds that we don't see year round. I got my bird feeder set up so I can look at it too. That's another bonus. I can now sit and see my birdie feeder. Oh, there's several different kinds of finches out there. House finches, and then whatever that little golden guy is. Now these little die cuts, I find it's easier to deal with them instead of getting the adhesive all over my fingers. Get my little pokey tool and go up under them and get a hold of it against the metal, and then you don't lose so much of your adhesive on your finger. We'll put a little mouse right there. Where else do we want a little mouse? Let's put one. I don't think I left enough room at the top. Let me see. Not quite. Maybe put one on her shoulder. Now, Lottie Faith had put Minnie Mouse, so if you want to put Minnie Mouse, you can. But since I have these little mice, I thought I'd put them on here. And then I'm going to put one up here on her hat. There we go. Oh, he's not, his butt's floating in the air. I don't know if I can get him back up. Can't have his butt floating in the air. There we go. That's better. Maybe that's why she looks so stern. She's got mice running all over her. All right, so that was 8. So number 9, we need to jump back to our square ones. Add glitter. Add glitter. For those that are just writing these down, you can always cut your list apart, fold them up, and then pick them out so you get them in different order. That's always fun to do too. Add glitter. Let's see. How do I want to add glitter? Oh, you know what? I've got these glitter pens in here that I found that I've never used, and I'm going to add some glittery bits. Oh, no, this is metallic, not glitter. Hang on. I have some glitter pens that have not been used in a while. And I've got some in yellow. Let's use this. These were recollections. I got them on clearance. You just have to watch because they'll spooge out a whole bunch of stuff onto your page. Cheryl says if she no longer comments, she's dozed off. Hi, Regina York. Good morning. Welcome. I'm going to drop a little bit over here so I don't ruin everything right away. Oh, see, there comes a blob. We'll just add some of this to our sunflower, maybe. Add some glittery bits to it. This might be a case of either use it or lose it situation. Yeah, these are starting to not do so well here. Oh, I don't know if I told you guys. I had to take my little vacuum I just got. I had to take it back to Kohl's because the charging cord failed on it, and I only used the stupid thing 4 times. So we did that Sunday. We took that back. Woo. See how it, when I press on it, sometimes it'll put out a whole bunch of stuff. I don't care for these, and when they're gone, they're gone. I probably won't get any more. But I am trying to use what I have and get it used up. Come on. Oh, the birds are fussing. They must be running out of seed again. They're getting close. And I bought new suet cakes too. We went to Tractor Supply. I love Tractor Supply. It's the farm girl in me, I guess. Growing up in upstate New York, the Agway was a big trip in the month if I got to tag along. We'd go in and pay for the feed orders and sometimes get frozen fruit there. And I don't know if the Agway is still a thing. since I don't live on a farm anymore. I think the one in my hometown closed years ago. Maybe decades ago, for that matter. Yeah, when this is gone, this is it. And it's just about gone. I'm hoping I have enough to finish this. Come on. Splooge out some more. There we go. Come on. I guess we're going to have to call that good enough because it doesn't want to give me any more. Those are almost gone. I'll be glad when they are done. But you can see it is glitter. You can see the shiny glittery bits. All right, so that was number 9. So we got to pick a cat card for number 10, and then I'll do what I do after I'm done, usually. Write a positive word or phrase. If you don't want to write it, you can print it off. Usually I end up looking at the stuff I've saved on Pinterest for a positive phrase or word. But then I usually doodle, and I usually will do it with Posca pens. And I'm just going to pull out a black and a white and do some doodling. I'll add my word after I do this doodling. You think beauty should be my word on here? All right, let's use the black first. Just going to go around my Whoops! There goes that card again. I have my label maker. I could just print it off and stick it down. And if you do little squiggly lines, it makes it look interesting, and maybe some dots. Maybe go around some of these. Sometimes the doodling takes longer than the whole picture. Make it look like there's actually seeds in here. So Gina said, not Gina, gosh, Mina said to use the word beauty. Does that sound good for everybody? I'm not actually going around the exact little color circles. I want it to not look like circles. I want it to look like seed shapes. And then if I go around it, just kind of haphazardly, add some squiggles. All right. Let's bring her out just a little bit. It's good to see so many people up and about this morning. And I hope everybody has a great day. That's not glued down there. We come across her hat. It's not going to show. Bring her face in a little bit. If you want this to be really straight, use a ruler. I'm not real concerned about the straightness of it. I just want to bring my border back up. I'm trying to stay in shot, but when I get to doodling, I forget, pull it out of the way. Sorry about that. Good morning. A full day of crafting for Roy. Woohoo! I still got to clean the kitchen up. I hadn't done that yet. I got the dishwasher empty, but I've got hand washables and I need to go over the counters and that kind of stuff. But our laundry is done at least till Thursday. I try to only have to do laundry twice a week because I just don't enjoy doing it. I do it on Mondays and Thursdays. I don't want to do laundry on the weekends when Scott's off because half the time he needs my help on some project. Then do some wiggles here and there. The little extra, just random wiggles really do help. All right, now I'm going to come in with the white pen and put the black pen away. Oh, yeah, the folding. Maybe that's what bothers me. I don't mind sorting it and doing it, but you're right, the folding, not so much. But I try to do the folding immediately. If when it comes out of the dryer, I'll fold that load, I'll the next load, and I'll just keep it going. But if I start dumping it on the bed, then before I know it, it's time for bed, and all that crap is on the bed. So then you have to fold it before you can go to sleep. But I don't know about y'all. If I have to do anything like that, then I'm wide awake. It's like, no way can I win. All right, I'm going to add some little dots onto the sunflower seeds. Just random little. Because, you know, if you look at sunflower seeds, they have a little bit of white on them. Very random. Just dot, 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 dot. Add some random dottage. Maybe an extra squiggly lines here and there. I'm going to give the little mice all little white eyes here. There we go. I keep knocking that one tag on the floor. And you might want to just either in black or white go around like these little squares. It's all in the doodling. Doodling away here. Probably should have done the blocks before I did my border, but that's okay. I just did that on there and it's not going to show because that's on the tape. You don't even have to. If the square isn't complete, only put lines on the sides that are the squares are complete. Thank you. I drew the sunflower on a separate piece of paper and then glued it down. Oh, I drew on the mouse. Sorry, mouse. Can I wipe it off? And if you wanted to, you could actually draw another square inside the squares, but I'm not going to do that and make y'all sit here and watch me do that. But it would give it another dimension. These I probably shouldn't worry about because they're only on the edge, but you could add other things if you wanted to. I think I'm going to call her good enough, but we need to add her word. Let's get my label maker and we'll write beauty. We'll do beauty, B-E-A-U-T-Y, and I'm going to do that in the largest letter I can. We'll put that up here, and then is in the eye of the beholder. Because the mice might not be beautiful to everybody. And we're going to make that smaller. What I love about these big the labels from that label machine is they've got on the back, so you don't have to fight to get the cover off. And you can, because the words are centered, you can trim your strips down. You don't have to leave them this width. So if you didn't want all that white paper, just trim it away. And I'll even do that on this. All right, let's see if I can get it apart here. Yeah, there's the split. You can kind of fold it in half, start coming off. So there's half of it. I had to look and make sure I put the beauty on it right side up. And I'm just going to put this here. I'm probably going to let this dry real good and then put clear coat over it before I remove my tape. Go around this one. Don't never do that way. Always go this way. So in the eye of the beholder. And the last thing I want to do is add a black border. And what I usually do is I'll put my ruler down so that I don't go really far off astray. And I'm just going to use a Posca. So when I pull this off, I'll have just a real thin black line between my image and my white sections that's under the tape. I just don't want to pull this. I've got too much liquid medium. If I put my clear coat on now before this is dry, it'll smear all over. And if I pull my tape now, it'll get color into the border, and I don't want that. All right, guys, I hope you all had fun. I don't know who's next that comes on live on Tuesdays, but if anybody, oh, hey Peg, I'm just fixing to sign off. I finished my lady here, and I was gonna see if anybody else was coming on, and I appreciate y'all hanging with me for an hour and a half. I think that's plenty good for me for right now, and I'll look for other people. I do have plans to work through some sewing projects. And what I'm going to do is, it's so hard for me to sew and do a video, but I will share my projects. And I'm going to show you something real quick and then I'll sign off. This green tub is full of projects that are cut out, ready to go. So I'm going to pull one of those and work on it today. Thank you guys so much. I will put these prompts in the description box below for anybody that missed it. And that way you can have it. Just give me just a few minutes to do that, and I will get back with y'all. Tomorrow is my Wednesday, and I will come on at probably about 11 o'clock. All right? Bye, guys.